This week will be a restoration and a multi-channel build-off special featuring the 7B Ford Anglia. Hello and welcome to DieCastRestos. My name is Jason and this is the 7B Ford Anglia, produced between 1961 and 1967. I have two models here. All of them were produced in the original pale blue in the model you can see in the background. All of the models also had tinted windscreens of varying shades of blue. They had a gloss black base plate with number 7 either cast or raised on a rectangle plate. It is a beautiful and simple casting of the Ford Anglia. So the one which I had in my hands previously was very badly repainted in red. It all scratched away. The windscreen had been painted over as well, so I need to remove the paint from that. This one's looking a little bit better. Just a lot of paint chips, no real damage otherwise, so should be very straightforward today, hopefully. This model will be the one which is going in for a customization in order to replicate the Anglia featured in the Harry Potter series. So here's a few shots of the badly repainted red model. So this diecast is based on the Ford Anglia 105E, which was the 4th edition of the Anglia series, built in the UK, Australia and South Africa between 1959 and 1967. 1967, of course, the year that Matchbox discontinued it from the range. The Anglia came with a pokey little 997cc engine, but its styling was very much based on its American counterparts, albeit a lot smaller than them. The Anglia Super 123E was produced between 1962 and 1967, which included the larger 1198cc engine, and also had the contrasting colour roof and the side flash chrome stripes and a plusher interior as well. So as a popular compact car, the Anglia was very prominent in popular culture. It featured in the BBC's long-running police drama Z-Cars alongside the Ford Zephyr and Zodiac. In the 1980s, British kids TV puppet character Roland Rat drove a pink Anglia. Also in the 1980s, the character Vivian from The Young Ones drove a yellow Anglia which had red flames painted on the sides and sometimes a prosthetic leg attached. Until this point, unless you're a British, a lot of these references might have gone amiss. However, most famously, the Anglia is featured prominently in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And I'll go into some more of this in a bit. I'll just let you enjoy some of these sound effects, I love it. You can see how quickly the paint has changed the colour of the water. That blotchy red coating has completely turned it sort of browny red. Anyway, while I brush up the bodywork with my rotary tool, as I was previously saying, the Anglia featured on the cover of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets book. It also starred in the film as Arthur Weasley's car. This car could fly and become invisible as well as transport the entire Weasley family. And that's about as much as I know from my research about Harry Potter, as I've never really watched it, to be honest. But I thought giving the model a 123E style finish with the white roof and the white flashes down the side wouldn't be too distant from that featured in the books and films. Polished up nicely though, finish is quite good. I love the casting though, it's so brilliantly designed and it's a bit of a timeless classic really. Here you can see a comparison between the untouched model and the polished one. Comes out a bit blotchy without having that treatment from the wire brush. So this is a big multi-channel build-off, as thought up by Scott from Opar's Diecast Recs and Restorations. But there's a huge number of channels involved in this one, including Ice Cold Wheels, Outlaw Speed Shop, Hodge's Hot Wheels and Diecast, Diecast Collector 303, Diecast Outkast, Deep Junk Garage, Devil's Detail Diecast, Joey's Custom HWS, and Scale Street Garage. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone, but I will pop the links to each channel in the comments. It should be fun to see what everyone comes up with the TV and movie theme. Here's the model all primed up, ready for a coating of paint. And then the base has done the same treatment. This week I've used a new Tamiya polycarbonate spray. It's the Tamiya PS32, which is coarser grey. It's got an ever so slightly blue tint to the finish, and I thought this would match the original pretty nicely, but also be quite close to that of the Harry Potter variant. Obviously, using the rattle cans, it's a bit difficult when it comes to trying to mix colours together, but I think this is a decent match actually. On with a bit of the TS14 black for the base. Give that base a nice new gloss finish, not forgetting the tow hook. It looks better already. So onto those paint stained parts. They need a deep bath of Dettol. So I pop them in a shot glass and fill it to the brim. What this does is loosen up the existing paint which has been painted onto it. And here, after leaving it for a while, I pour it out and I can scrape away any of the excess, but you can see it's flaked away that red quite a fair bit. So I'll scratch away at it with my dental tool, careful not to embellish the plastic in any way. And I'll just do the same with the wheels there. And then I can clean up the plastic parts afterwards in some warm soapy water. The windscreen here is looking pretty decent actually. I've recovered it quite well. There's a few leftover little bits of paint, but they are obscured by the metalwork. And the wheel's looking good as new there as well. I use a dab of Autosol and a cotton bud to polish up the windscreen. This time doing the interior first, always advisable, until it's squeaky clean. And here you can see on the end of the cotton bud just how much of that red paint has still come off just from the polishing phase. Afterwards I'll dunk the windscreen into some Astonish wood floor polish, which will give it a nice shiny finish. The wheels then get treated with some Citadel Gloss Nuln Oil, my go-to for the black wheels. Don't really have anything for the grey wheels at the moment, I might have to make a paint wash for those. Then I can tap the wheels back onto the bases and then finish them off with a chrome pen. I'll paint in the details here, just a small clip of me filling in the front grille. The chrome bumpers were also painted, the headlights, and also, thankfully for a change, the rear lights also painted red along with the rear bumper. Not painted red of course, that's painted chrome. Now to get that flash onto the side of the vehicle as well as the roof, I had to mask off the model, which is the first time I've tried it. But I've left a small area uncovered. I give the model a coat of the Tamiya TS13 clear in order to seal in the edges of that tape. And once that clear coat's dried, I'll apply some Tamiya TS26 pure white. And this should make the highlights stand out. So enough of giving too much of that away. I'll pop the windscreen back into the model ready for the reassembly. And that just clicks back in over the existing rivet post. And then simply thread the front latch into the model. And here's just a quick look actually at the base in some better light. Nice and smooth. I love the finish that TS14 black gives. Just one coat is all it needs and it comes out like that. I can push down the back end and then screw in the base. So then, here is the existing model, or one of the existing models in today's special build-off. Beautifully detailed in this rather odd coat of red. It just looks like the entire car has been dunked in a pot of paint. Like the windscreens have completely been coated, especially on the back there in that inverted windscreen. The wheels didn't escape. The hubs didn't escape. Pretty much every surface had a coat of that red. So that all needed to go. The other model, not quite so bad, in its original pale blue. But that could still do with the restoration because it was very badly chipped and pitted. So first up is my restored version, as original as it can get. I love the chrome headlights and the chrome grille, chrome bumper. It all looks really nice, and that windscreen's cleared up beautifully. Yes, there's some red dots for the rear lights here, and the chrome bumper too. But now what we're all here for is the custom version, with the extra details filled in, the indicators, the red logo on the front, and of course the white roof and the white stripes. Now I'm not massively happy with the finish. It was my first attempt at trying to use the masking tape, and practice makes perfect. The windscreen is falling down a little bit here as it was a bit loose, so I've since tightened that up so it sits a little more flush to the roofline. The rear end on the tail fins also got the red for the brake lights and the orange for the indicators, as well as the black registration plate there. Anyway, don't forget to go and check out all of the other channels I mentioned earlier. Their links are in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and check out my Patreon, and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.